As sim racing becomes more and more popular throughout the world, it too begins to have a bigger presence in the F1 grid. So in this video, and to the best of my ability, I'll be going through the sim racing setups of every current driver based on available photos, videos, streams, and public information that I could find online. Definitely the most known for his sim racing endeavors, the 4-time world champion Max Verstappen fills up a corner of his house with all of the gear that you could possibly want. Mounted on the SimLab P1X Pro cockpit are the Heusinkveld Ultimate pedals, as well as a Sim Steering Ultimate wheelbase by Leo Bodnar. Although this base is not the most common in consumer setups, it does appear to be a very high-end unit, and that, as you'd expect, translates to the price point, as this is around £3,500 for the base alone. Now, used with that, we commonly see Max use the Precision Sim Engineering LMX, a replica of the Porsche 911 RSR wheel. However, this is not the only wheel that he uses, as he's also been seen with Asher Racing's McLaren Artura Ultimate and several others. Now, notably, his rig does lack a motion platform, as he's publicly said in the past that not only do they not feel realistic enough for him, but they also hinder his performance in the sim. Now, as for the monitors, he's using a quadruple screen setup consisting of 3 Samsung G9s wrapped around him with another one above. Now, we of course cannot forget his Red Bull fridge and his family-friendly do not disturb sign that's laying on his floor. Now, real quick before we continue, I wanted to let y'all know that whether you're just getting started or upgrading your setup, today's video sponsor Six Sigma Sim Racing has everything that you need, from high quality and budget friendly sim racing cockpits to complete turnkey rigs, seats, and even wide range of peripherals from top brands like MOZA, Aztec, and Cube Controls. What's more is that my viewers can score an extra 5% off your order with the code OCRacing at checkout for even more savings. So thank you to Six Sigma Sim Racing for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to it. Charles Leclerc has been seen to have 2 distinct setups. The first of his setups is exclusively for Formula style racing and consists of a playseat F1 cockpit, and his second, intended for GT style racing, is a playseat Sensation Pro rig equipped with a rally seat. Now, both setups also use a 49-inch Samsung ultra-wide monitor with a smaller one on top, and as for his gear, Fanatec seems to be his go-to, as he uses the podium wheelbase with several Fanatec steering wheels that have been previously seen on his stream. Now, completing the build, again with Fanatec, he's supposedly using the Clubsport V3 pedals underneath, with his rally seat also featuring the Fanatec V1.5 handbrake and Clubsport shifter. Now, funny enough, more visible than anything is his Logitech G Pro X headset, which he's always seen using on his stream. Moving on, George Russell during the pandemic was seen sim racing on stream quite a bit, where he used a Fanatec podium wheelbase and F1 steering wheel, notably a limited edition blue version. On that same stream, he could also be seen using Playseat's Pro Formula rig, of course the Mercedes-AMG edition. However, more recently on his Instagram, he's been seen with a higher end rig featuring quad monitors, Asher Racing wheels, and Heusinkveld pedals, although the exact details aren't exactly known. Talking about a setup not being quite known, we get to Lewis Hamilton, who recently, in a video released on Ferrari's channel, claimed that he has a racing simulator at home where he plays iRacing in Assetto Corsa and is even looking to buy a rally seat for it.
Yeah, I have a PC for iRacing and for Assetto Corsa and F1. I want to get a rally seat as well. You know,
I had it. I had like the handbrake and everything.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty
So, although the specifics of his setup are unknown, we do know that it exists somewhere, and it's probably not cheap. Now, Lando Norris, as we know, is big into sim racing, and in a full video released by his brother's company, Cool Performance, he walked through it all. His chassis is, of course, the Cool Performance F1 simulator paired with a Seatbelt GT pad seat. Now, for his wheelbase, he's using a Leo Bodnar Sim Steering 2, which he pairs with a $2,000 CPS wheel, and down below, some nearly $3,000 bespoke hydraulic pedals. All of this gear, Lando claims, is meant to perfectly replicate the feeling and feedback that he's getting out on track, and so to further increase that immersion, he's also got a Buttkicker Gamer 2 Pro, triple 32-inch AOC gaming monitors, and a SteelSeries Arctic 7 headset. Now, his teammate and McLaren's current #1 driver, Oscar Piastri, is using an entire turnkey setup provided by VRS, featuring a custom GT seat, an aluminum profile chassis holding up the VRS Direct Force Pro pedals, wheelbase and steering wheel, ending off with a large 49-inch super ultra-wide display. Now, Carlos Sainz designs was featured several years ago in a video by Autosport showcasing his new sim build, with what also seems to be a Formula cockpit by Cool Performance holding up his SimHQ 2 Pro Ultimate wheelbase, Cube Controls Formula steering wheel, custom hydraulic pedals, and three 27-inch MSI gaming monitors. His now teammate Alex Albon also uses a similar setup with a Cool Performance Formula cockpit, also in red, paired with a SimSteering 2 wheelbase by Leo Bodnar, a Cube Controls Formula Pro wheel, bespoke pedals, and what seems to be like 3 massive displays. Little is known of Fernando Alonso's full setup, however the rookie is most likely using Simagic equipment, as in his Instagram story a year ago he was seen opening up his Simagic FX Pro wheel with another photo of his Houston belt pedals that he was most likely swapping out with the Simagic P2000s based on the caption that he included. Now moving on, in a now 3-year-old video titled Pure Gasly's Home Simulator, he was seen using an insane custom rig by Sector 1 Sim Racing, featuring a custom Pure Gasly livery, a Formula style rig with a carbon fiber bucket seat, a motion platform, and 3 massive displays. As for his wheelbase, that would be the SimHQ 2 Pro that he was seen using with the PSC GPX steering wheel. His ex-best friend Esteban Ocon doesn't stream or compete in public sim events, but he does use his racing rig regularly. In fact, in one of his interviews, he said that sim racing is a good way to keep sharp, especially during long breaks between the Grand Prix weekends. Now, unsurprisingly, Lance Stroll, with the personality of a saltine cracker, also has no public record of sim racing for fun, but to be honest, with the amount of other options that he probably has in his free time, I can't really blame him. Now, Jack Dohan, back in 2020, while he was still in F3, was seen using this rig featuring a Thrustmaster T500 wheelbase, the original Thrustmaster Ferrari F1 wheel, and the telemetry light shifter add-on, with other things like his cockpit, pedals, and seat being things that I just couldn't recognize. However, nowadays it is very likely that he's using an Alpine TRX by Trak Racer, but maybe not since he just got replaced. Who knows? Anyways, talking about who knows, little to nothing is known about the sim racing setup used by Yuki Tsunoda, Oliver Behrman, Isaac Hanjar, Nico Hulkenberg, or Kimi Antonelli, except that for Kimi, he was supposedly gifted a rig in 2024 ahead of his F1 debut. Now anyways, based on a single Instagram story, it is known that Gabriel Bortoletto does sim race, as he was seen playing Assetto Corsa with a triple screen setup, but other than that, there is zero indication of the hardware that he's currently using. A little bit more, however, is known about Liam Lawson's setup, as in this photo you can see clearly a Fanatec podium base, the Fanatec Formula wheel, the Clubsport V3 pedals, and a single curved 34-inch monitor on a cockpit that I've never seen before. And just like that, that wraps up all 20 drivers. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.